Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday for the 7th of May 2025. It's currently about 8:30 p.m. on the West Coast, 10:30 p.m. on the East Coast. First, remember, there's no financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees the market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. Looks still an amazing market, awesome, some awesome trades around. The last 3-4 days hasn't done much, had a big up day and then just based sideways, and so, but interesting market, doesn't really want to sell off at the moment, does it? And obviously that can change any second, but at the moment there's some good trades around, and I'm definitely kind of in a lot of them at the moment. So let's just quickly rattle through some of the trades we're talking about, and then just some new stuff. EOL, still in it, right? Just holding tight, added to it, and back here when I was talking about it, and so we'll see how that unfolds. I traded deck out of this little tight little consolidation. You can see my plan here. I posted it to the forum as well, and the profit target is here, which is the depth of that. The stop loss is just below the candle there, and it's a pretty simple way to trade. And obviously, you figure out the risk rewards on it, but then this gaps up a little bit, and you don't get filled right where you would hoping to get filled, but that's trading. I wish they were as quick and lovely as that. That was just more of a scalp, right? When the big trend's down and these things are just kind of been getting hammered, I never really, very rarely do I try for a home run from there. I'm usually just scalping guys. So for those ones, because it's kind of going against a lot of my rules. So I'm just getting in and getting out like a bandit. PME, I'm still in it. Okay, this is the one that I bought, then I pyramided to. I'm holding tight for now. Reg, okay, it's just a huge base, guy. I'm just not really watching it. This is all during the day. Just looking at it, for a second at night. I'm not looking at the P&L. I'm not looking at the account. Just let it chop around, let it do its thing, okay? Things don't just go up 200% overnight. You've got to give them room. You've got to be patient and just let the trade play out, right? Another one, this is a tiny position because this is a liquid, but I did take a little one on TBR, and I just got a challenge for people, right? If you're struggling to make much money, do some training, right? Pick a Davis box. It's a very simple plan, right? Find a Davis box. It doesn't really matter what Davis box scan you do. Just make sure the stock is in the strongest sector. Buy the break with an initial stop. So initial stop's obviously here where the support is, and never ever sell it until it closes below the 21 exponential moving average. Okay, just train yourself to do that and follow rules, because that is the most simple rule ever. Okay, do it 10 times to the point where you're not looking at the money, the P&L, you're just playing the game, right? You're just buying with the stop, and you're just changing numbers in your broking platform, and you're just fulfilling the plan, okay? You're not looking at the numbers whatsoever. If you're struggling to make money, get a small amount of money and do that. It's got to be real money though. Depending on your account, put $1,000 on the trade or whatever. You're not risking $1,000, $1,000 of shares, right? And then you might risk 100 or whatever, less probably, actually. Yeah, depending on this might be a bit less, right? But just, you understand the point, right? Just practice that. It's like training, it's like an athlete training. Practice your mind to be able to do that and actually fulfill a plan. Then you can progress, okay? Increase your account, a lot size. But the funny thing is, that is my plan on so many trades. It's so simple. It's like, if everyone wants to see my trading plan, it's like, guys, my trading plan is the most boring thing in the world. I just buy Breakout and do this, and I just do it. It's so incredibly boring, and it's so easy. The whole challenge here is people just can't do it. They just cannot 100% follow the rules, and that kills them, right? And so I know I keep crapping on about this, but I'm going to keep doing it because this is the most important thing, and I've been getting a bit of feedback from people who have been honest that they have been struggling a bit, and I hope it is getting through to some people, right? It probably won't get through to everyone, Okay, let's move on. Some new trades. MAU, right? It's this gold stock breaking out today. Whether or not it broke out today on this kind of cheat, or whether or not it's breaking out maybe tomorrow or the next day, whatever, but certainly it's been based in for a nice time period here. Actually, I don't know if it's gold stock. Let's just have a look. It's a gold producer. Yeah, it is gold. Anyway, MAU is, I'm in it. I like it, and we'll see how that plays out. I just wanted to quickly talk about just a little something that no one else is really talking about is BH. I haven't kept this a secret, but I've got long-term self-managed super fund positions in BH, and obviously carries a bit of pain right during this, but this is massive support, then turn resistance, and it's rallied up to that resistance, and now it's forming this little kind of handle just right on the resistance. I just tend to think that, I just think could be a good trade, on a break of that. It's like had one leg up, now it's basing a really tight base. It's hardly retraced anything of that leg. And it's just, anyway, I know the moving averages are still down. It's kind of breaking that rule, but as I've been talking about, like after major corrections, you do get that. This isn't me, buying a EOL type blue sky trade, okay, like that. That's just shit. It's like bread and butter, A plus, right? BH is more, that would be, to me, a quick trade. You get in, hopefully, stop here, hoping it rallies up and get 2 to 1 and I bail, okay? Simple as that. Have a profit target, have a trailing stop, and just follow the plan, right? And just along the lines of that setup, it's like FEX. There's that one I traded back here. I got out around break even, I kind of forget, neither here nor there, pretty much just a scratch. And then it's just doing it again. It's kind of got, just the fact that I was in here and I didn't make money, I just don't give a shit. Nowhere is there a place for that line of thinking. A lot of people struggle to re-enter stuff that they previously were in. It's just done, right? The market doesn't give a flying shit if you're in it or not. Is there a high edge in a certain trade or not? If there is, take it. If there's not, don't take it. And this is just basing and tightening, and it's got like hallmarks of that hum setup, like from ages ago. Here, it's not as good as the hum setup, is it? But certainly, I just don't take your eye off these guys who are, lagging, and just basing away, like they're kind of unsexy stocks in the unsexy sector can change in a flash, and you need to stay on your toes. It's definitely like the high relative strength names and stuff. EOL, they're the ones that I really go for the jugular on and trying to make massive bank, right? And I pyramid in and stuff because it's just blue sky here. But the other setups, I still take them. It's just more of a scalping mentality. I want to get in, have an explosive break and bail, right, on that one. Anyway, let's move on. I've been just having fun lately, just scalping a little bit, and WHC is just some of these coal names have signs of a little bit of life. And it's funny how you look at this, because a few days ago I was looking at this for a potential short, right, if it broke down, I think it was below 4.96, whereas now I'm looking at for a quick scalp on a break of 5.14. Okay. Anyway, just wanted to bring that up. I'm doing my favorite scan, and the reason why I put this into ProTrade, I've been wanting it for like 10 years and hassling Frank for it, but never got it right. And so it's the beautiful thing now is that I can just program whatever the hell I want, and whatever the hell you guys tell me to do, I will do, as I've proven and as we're getting done. But these little scans here, the number of inside range, and you'll see that I've changed, I'm going to do a video later, but you'll see I've changed it to the number of inside range bars, because they're not all actually inside bars, and inside days, I meant to say inside bars. Inside range bars is what I've called it. It's just a bit of a different terminology, but you understand what's happening here, right? You've got this one candle here, and both these fall within that one, okay? This is an inside day, but that is an inside day here, okay? Because that falls with outside this one, so that's just one inside day, but I'm just calling it inside ranges. I just don't know if anyone's coined a term for it, but I love it. So let's just coin whatever the hell we want to call it. And the other thing is just an interesting stock, which I've been looking at for ages, just because this was one of these hot floats of last year. I had some friends, a couple friends in the finance sector that kind of got bought into this float, and I always love it when my mates that, are meant to be finance whiz bigs, working investment bankers and all that shit, getting, their ass handed to them by getting sucked into some hyped IPO and paying $5 and having it down to $2.20. But anyway, it's now putting in these tight days, and it's just, this stock is going to be an interesting one to watch. I promise you, just keep it on a watch list. Wait for some opportunities. It's going to be a good trade in stock over in the years to come. All right. That's it. I'm going to get out of here. Short, sharp. There's been a whole bunch of new stuff launched quietly over the last few days. We have a drawing tool now, pencil tool, boom, boom, boom. We have this drop-down function to make it really fast or slow to scroll through, to use the play function to go through your results or your watch lists. Shit, we launched something else too the other day, and today actually, but I'm going to have to try and jog my memory and do a video later. Cheers, bye.